are you doing, sir?
Good, man. How's it going?
Good, sir. Just working on that driver a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember earlier today, that was one of the focal points that you were trying to get out of this next 4 days, was you're trying to achieve a little bit more distance. You were just trying to get a little more carry, a little more rollout, the whole thing. So what we're going to go over today, we're going to go over, just the full swing and fundamentals, and we're going to get you that couple of extra yards you are looking for.
All right.
So I'm going to see you hit 1 or 2, and then I'll briefly go over briefly go over some things.
Okay.
Okay. And how did that feel? Does your ball, you generally hit a left to right shot shape, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one felt a little off the hill.
A little off the hill? Okay. One more time for me, sir. That's okay. Okay, I think I see a couple of things that we can talk about real quick, and I'll just go over the full motion of the driver thing and some of the benefits that we're going to get. If I could borrow that tee, I'm not going to hit one, but just to give you an understanding, I think something that you would benefit greatly from right off the bat is we need just a little bit wider base. I notice when you're taking the club back, you're not getting a whole lot of separation from here to here. You're kind of staying a little together, and the club's kind of coming up with your shoulders turning. So what I think is going to help is not only we're just going to get a little bit wider base, and I like it that you play the ball a little bit more towards the front. So what we're trying to also do is we hit drivers and irons completely different. I'm not sure if you understand, but okay. So the difference between hitting an iron, of course, we're making a descending blow to that golf ball in order to hit the ball first. It comes off the face, and then we take our divot. Ideally, that's what we want to happen. But what's going to be different with a driver swing is we're trying to hit up on the golf ball, and what that's going to do, that's going to help a lot of things. That's going to take spin off the ball, which that's a big important factor. Is less spin on the golf ball. Ultimately, I think it's going to have less chance for shot dispersion for it to be so much wider. So now, I think by you hitting up on the golf ball, that's going to alleviate, taking off a little spin. You're going to launch it higher, and you're ultimately going to get a little more carry and a little more yardage.
Okay.
So I would like to see, and just a real quick start to finish full swing. When I start the full swing, I think when the club starts moving away, you want to feel like your knee is kind of collapsing in towards this knee. I don't want this knee locked out, but you're bracing your weight on this side. So once you get right here in that position, that lets me know you've got a good turn. Your back is pointing fairly close to the target. And so from this position, we want to make the transition from being back here to starting the golf club down. So one thing that I think is very important is when we start down, I want our hips and our shoulder to start moving straight towards this direction, a little bit quicker. So if we feel that, it's going to help us release the golf club a little bit more of in front of us instead of around us and to the side of us. So from this position, we're starting down, our weight is starting to shift over to our left side, and then at impact, it should be something a little bit similar to this. That would be, and you can see how my hands are slightly in front of the golf ball, but I'm also hitting up on it, so that's going to take some of the spin out. So let's give that a shot real quick. Let's see how that works. I'm going to try to get a little bit wider base. We're going to get a little more space away from us when we take that golf club away.
About like that.
Much better, much wider base. I like that, Lee. Very good. Okay. Launched a little higher. That's good. So how did that feel different to you? Did it feel like, was it restricting your hips? Did you feel like you had to focus more consciously on getting the right shoulder to go through your target? What?
It felt pretty solid.
It felt solid? Okay, great. Grab your two. Let's get you to hit one more, sir. I think you're grasping that initially very well, and that's good.
I feel like maybe I just came up out of that.
Came up out of it? Okay, so you were trying to hit up on the golf ball, I noticed that, but you kind of got in this position and your spine angle kind of leaned away from it. That's okay. That's all right, though. We had most of the pieces to it. Wow. That was a great swing. Much wider base, much higher launch. I could tell it definitely took some spin off it. That's great. And I think by you just understanding, you know, the difference, we're trying to hit up on it instead of a descending blow down, that's going to make a dramatic difference in shot dispersion, spin, launch angle. That's going to make a big difference. But the swing looks good. Keep working on it. We'll keep working over the next couple of days.
Thank you.